Clark, you will begin the next question.
Okay, me. Right?
Yes, because she began.
She's getting me confused.
Remember, we start the rotation. Now, are you in favor of piercing the property tax cap? If yes, why? If no, why not?
It's really the same as the previous
I
one.
know.
Can we skip that one?
All right.
Same answer.
The questions, ladies and gentlemen, are terribly repetitive tonight. Everyone was asking the same thing. All right? Here is one that's on a different topic.
No.
But everything is connected. How important are music, art, electives, and athletics to a child's education? How hard will you fight to keep them at the current level?
Yeah, a no-brainer. You're asking the right person, because I've had them in all. All my kids have been in all, and it's extremely important. What else would make a kid want to go to school? You know, I'm not saying they don't want to learn. Of course they want to learn, and they are wonderful angels, and they sit there and do so well on all the tests, but come on. What they want to do is they want to go for their music, they want to go for their art, they want to go for their sports. So it is extremely important. Everyone on the board knows that I am a huge proponent for all of those things. So unless I take my last breath, I'll be fighting until I do to save those things. Second of all, do you know how many kids who get scholarships for those things? Our children that wouldn't be able to get the money to pay for school are now getting money to pay for school from those programs. We are known for our music and art, and in the last few years, our sports. We're known for that. That's our identity. Why would we take that away? And why would we deprive these kids of a chance to go on to school, college?
I mean, here, I agree with Mary. These programs are so important not only to our community, but to all kids. We need enrichment in the schools. We need more of it. We have an outstanding music program that Joel's kids participate in. Mine not so much, because they don't like to practice. But my kids participate in sports, at least one of them. And,
one of the sports, one of the kids.
And, you know, the kids, I mean, study after study shows that having these things in the schools, having even recess, having art, music, sports, extracurriculars, improves the quality of education, it improves kids' motivation, it improves the test scores, and I would fight tooth and nail to make sure that all those programs stay in Baldwin.
I'm not going to say anything new. Clearly, I support the music wholeheartedly. My kids are both involved. They were both at all counties. But if you've been to the Sweets and Sweets concert, any of the high school concerts, those kids are incredible. I mean, one of the symphonic band played at Carnegie Hall recently. It's just incredible when you go to see them. And when the discussion was happening this year about cutting music at the elementary level, there goes the whole high school program, because you're not going to get to that level unless you start early. Yeah, I'm a musician. One of the reasons I wanted to move here was because I had heard about the music program 11 and a half years ago from a friend of mine who was a professional musician. And that was one of the reasons why we wanted to move here. And so I will fight tooth and nail to maintain the music and the arts program. Again, my kids are not athletic so much, but I grew up, I was an athlete, and I play softball, and I see the value in that, particularly in the scholarships that our kids get. I think there was a statistic where the kids got, I think the sports scholarships was like $1 million.
Over $1 million.
I mean, you can't, we've also heard stories about some students in other school districts that have removed these programs and their kids are not getting into colleges. So we need these extracurriculars, we need the music, we need the arts, for the scholarships, for the educational value, just in general, you know, that the kids will get out of it.
I agree 100%. I mean, for those of you who come to the board meetings, I am always singing the praises of our young artists and our young musicians. I am blown away at every concert I go to. I'm a very active participant in this town, and I go to everything. And my daughter doesn't have to be in it for me to be there. So I am a big advocate for these programs. I will fight with everything I have to save them. I was very lucky growing up in Brooklyn that I was in, you know, special classes where I was given the opportunity to do band in 4th grade and, you know, played baritone horn and then saxophone in high school and, you know, was in every play. And those are all important things. And, you know, I use my brain, but I also use my creativity. And I think that's really important. You know, and I think music especially helps work the left brain. And that's why a lot of our kids are great at math and science as well. So I think it's all very connected and all important. And like Joel was saying, it's not really always about the scholarships that our kids get, are given because they're so good at these things. But these kids are being considered for colleges because they have these electives. And, you know, they really just would not be considered in the same way without them. So I'm 100% supporter, and I will be for the entire time I'm on the board and after. Thank you.
Don't take away my jazz night, please.
No way, no way.